This might be the most fun I've had with an action figure in a long time, and I can't think of a better way to describe this Juggernaut by just it's fun. Let's open it up, check it out, and of course do some toy photography. Alright then, well, $65 for this action figure. Why is it this much money? Well, it's just freaking huge, man. Like, just look at this boy. Look at those thighs. Oh my goodness. When I look at this figure and I see this thing, even before buying it, it's like 65 bucks. I'm in. Just look how massive and giant this might be the biggest figure. I don't know. We'll have to do some other big Marvel Legends comparisons, but I was totally up for getting this guy when he came out. I loved seeing, even though I didn't play these Marvel versus Capcom games very much, but I remember going to the arcade and seeing this there and be like, wow, that guy's cool, having no clue who he was. This was absolutely worth it, in my opinion, so far. Unless I open this guy and he's a total piece of crap, I'm ready. Just look how big his hands are, man. Anyway, this is the Marvel Legends Juggernaut in the Gamerverse line. And so far, the Gamerverse stuff has been really good. The Wolverine was awesome. I've got the Venom and Captain America one I plan on doing next week. I'm just really excited for this guy. He's just a big honking guy. I got no other words besides he's just cool and big. Well, that's why I bought him. That's not unreasonable, right? So I ended up pre-ordering this guy from Entertainment Earth, probably my favorite online store. Love Entertainment Earth. And he came in a little bit ago, so happy to finally be able to get this guy and make this video. So if you want to pick him up, head to the link I've got in the description. I think he's still in stock, and if you use my code down there, it saves you 10% off of any in-stock figures, which is really great. And as far as Marvel stuff goes, I've got so much, like this Titan Galactus figure I plan on doing next week, hopefully. And I've got the other Gamerverse, this one I can't wait to do. And I just picked up this Super Scroll at New York Comic-Con over the weekend. And I'm pretty pumped about this guy, so I'm really curious about him and I can't wait to do a video. So I'm gonna try and bust this stuff out quickly as I possibly can on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, definitely make sure to subscribe, especially if you're into this stuff, because there's so much coming. So much coming. Did anyone ever watch this really old YouTube video? Really old. And it was just like this guy voicing over the old X-Men cartoon. And it was mostly about the Juggernaut. It was like, I'm the Juggernaut. I don't want to swear on this YouTube channel. If anyone else has watched that, because I watched that over and over when I was like 13. I thought it was hilarious. And that's just what this figure is making me think of. Well, here he is. And he really is quite the big, chunky boy that I was expecting. He's very heavy. He's got to be like, I don't know, 5 pounds? Maybe, I don't know. I need to maybe weigh him. I don't think I have a good reference level. Maybe not 5 pounds. It feels like 5 pounds at least. And I don't think his articulation is going to be that good, to be honest. Like, you can twist the waist, but it just kind of like kicks right back. And obviously not going to have much movement in the head, up or down. You can turn. Oh. Well, there goes that. And there's what's everything's going on in there. He's got a little bowl to eat off of. Anyways, the thing that's funny about him is he's so big, he's so easy to stand. Like, that's just so good. And I was just kind of messing with him, and I could like drop him for a pretty decent height, and he'll still stand. Ah! Let's see how high I can get him to stand. 3, 2, 1. Nope. All right, I can get it from this high. Come on, he's gonna do it. No! Yeah! All right! But besides the fact that he's so heavy, I think he just looks really good. I think this is a very quality looking and quality feeling action figure. He really does. Like, you got a nice little texture here. It looks like he's wearing like a sweater or whatever. But all of the sculpt and all the veins in his arms and stuff, it all just like looks good. It's a striking thing to have on your shelf. And I think that alone is something that's like attractive to want to buy. So, I was talking about Articulation a second ago and how it's not so great. And I actually thought it was gonna be a little better, to be honest. You got almost a T-pose, and these butterfly joints are pretty cool. And I think these are, I feel like, essential nowadays. Like, if they don't have butterfly joints, like, come on. So those are very functional. Elbows, that's about it. Oh my God. I just got punched in the face. I wish that like the camera was face on me, because this just nailed me in the face. Like right smack in the kisser. Anyway, well, the elbow doesn't get any further than that. So you don't have a 90-degree angle at all. And with the head, you don't have really any up or down. You can like move forward and back, but it's not really like looking up or down. It's like forward and back. So you can twist, but like it just kicks right back. It's like spring loaded. Like look at that. Like I don't want to twist anymore and have it break. So you can go back a little bit and forward. So there is actually the crunch really isn't so bad. Moving up with the leg, you got a little bit there. And the knee articulation is like nothing. Like look at that. That's like barely anything at all. You can almost get a full split though. So I think you're gonna be pretty limited with posing. You do have toe articulation. So you're gonna be pretty limited with articulation, but I think you're still gonna be able to like, do okay with posing. Like you wanna have him running, cause you know, he's the juggernaut with all this momentum. There we go. So there's that. That's something. I'm sure I can get it a little bit better if I focus a little more on it. But the one thing about posing that's good though is since he stands up so well, like it makes it easier to pose with him because he's just so stompy. So he does come with some accessories. He comes with 2 different hands, which these hands are like almost as big as my hands. Like, look at that, that's big. They honestly just look like a small baby's hands, just slightly more muscular. And so there's one open one, and then one that's slightly open, kind of like grabbing something. So you could do something with that, which is kind of cool. And then he comes with this kind of like punching boom effect, which I actually kind of like this. I think you can attach it to the fist. No, okay. So I think it's attached, you attach it to this thing. Yeah, okay. So then that kind of stays in there. And so when you pose him, you could probably get some cool punching poses with that, which I think that's actually a pretty cool effect, to be totally honest. I actually kind of like that. It looks pretty good. And that's it for accessories. All right, well, it's a big figure. That's one of the draws. How big is he? He is, how many inches tall? Almost 9 inches tall? He's almost 10 inches tall, actually. Very, very tall. How wide is it? 7 inches wide? That's crazy. Let's compare him to some other ones for some scale here. This is the Maximum Hulk. He's a little bigger than him. And then this is the Diamond Select Hulk. Definitely one of the best ones. Diamond Select Hulk's a little taller, but Juggernaut is definitely far wider. He's just like bulkier for sure. So this here is the Marvel Legends Venom Pool, which what a cool figure that is. Really love that figure. This is the Marvel Legends Gamerverse Venom, which I had a great time with this figure. So he's definitely taller than the Juggernaut is, but he's definitely not as wide. So I don't know, which is bigger? Well, he's definitely lighter than Juggernaut's, like twice the weight of him. What do you think, Venom? Are you just happy to get some Venom in this? You can't Venom, you can't knock yourself over, dude. Okay, is Juggernaut a W or is he an L? And yeah, he's 65 bucks, and the question is always like, is it worth it? I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a lot of fun messing with him. Like, I'm having more fun with him than I am with a lot of other videos, just because he's just, I don't know, he's fun. I'm paying 65 bucks for some fun and a figure I get to keep. Then heck yeah, it's worth it. It's so worth it. I'm having a good time. It's definitely a W. It's a huge W. Yeah, it's a little expensive for sure, but depends on what your version of worth it is, always, of course, but to me it is. I'm happy to have done this video today. Like, this is just a fun thing. W. So I definitely need to photograph this guy somehow. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna be fun. Okay, I keep saying the word fun, but I think it's gonna be a fun time. So let's go and take this shot. All right, check it out. Here's my setup. It's pretty simple, but I think the concept is actually kind of funny. So here he is. Here's Juggernaut. He drank way too much pre-workout, so he's got the jitters, you know? And he's not even like working out yet. He's just angry, so he's kicking his little shaker bottle of pre-workout. And it's pretty funny. I think it's kind of funny because he's so muscular. Get it? He's getting some roid rage. Anyway, this is really the whole shot, just like this. So I have this little cup of pre-workout. No, this is just water and food coloring. That's also what's inside of here. Venom. Don't come up. Anyway, so I'm just gonna drop a little bit of stuff, make some splashes, and take the shot. So I've got my usual kind of archway of lighting all the way around. I might add another little bit behind. This is the only way I could think of to get this bottle floating, is using one of these little plastic cups, which actually might be kind of good, but it will be probably pretty difficult to edit out. So this is gonna be very challenging. So in the post-photo breakdown, we'll figure out how, no, Venom, no, you're gonna screw it up. Come on, buddy. There you go. Please don't jump back up again. No, I just said don't. So as usual, the main key to getting good splashes like this is a faster shutter speed. And so my shutter speed's actually at 640 right now. I might crank it up a little bit more because I've got a decent amount of light. So 800 I think will be pretty good. And so as long as it's fast enough, it'll capture all the water splashes all nice and crispy. And my aperture's at f1.8 because I like the blurry background, but you know, when I have it lower, it also allows me to crank the shutter speed up more because it's not gonna be too dark, which is great. And my ISO's at 400. So with one hand, I'm gonna have my remote, other hand, I'm gonna have my pre-workout, and I'm just gonna do some splashes and hopefully it comes out pretty good. So wish me luck. All right, now let's get into the post-photo breakdown for Juggernaut. This one was challenging, but it actually ended up working out better than I thought. Like, the bottle's floating just fine, the splashes were okay. My remote actually just broke right before I filmed this, and before I took the photos, so I had to do everything, no remote, just timer, stuff like that, which made it really hard. But anyway, this worked out great. It's floating just fine, and actually what I did was I used the generative fill for that. This is the photo right here. I essentially just drew a circle here around this, and I typed in like remove cup, and it was able to just generate that, and it did a pretty good job. And so I kind of did that a couple times until I got something that I thought looked pretty good. So all the splashes up here, this is a combination of a couple different shots. So I used this little spritzy here from this photo. On this photo, I grabbed this glob right here. This is the main photo I used that had all of this there. I removed the little stand here that was on Juggernaut, which was just a skewer with a little bit of sticky tack on there. I feel like if I had a faster shutter speed, these globs would be a little bit crispier if I had it a little bit higher, but that's okay. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the photo. Let me know what you think. Did I use too much editing? I'd love to know what you think. Give me some critiques, and let's run the end of the video. I definitely did not expect to have this much fun with this action figure. And I think just because it was fun is making it worth the price that much more to me. But I'm curious to know if you feel the same way about this guy. But if you did enjoy the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. This photo, as always, will be posted up onto Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And if you want to follow my work on any of those platforms, it's always linked in the video description below. And as always, thank you so much for watching and getting this far into the video. And I hope to see you in the next one.